there are some investigations that you have to know. Investigations wise, you have something called a peripheral smear. In peripheral smear, what I am going to look for is the cytopenias. There are some investigations that you have to know. Investigations wise, you have something called a peripheral smear. In peripheral smear, what I am going to look for is the cytopenias, and it's going to be the blasts. That is what I am going to look out for. Blasts. In peripheral smear, this is the one that is going to contribute more than 95%. This is not a criteria, but in general, in an acute leukemia, 95% or more of the circulating cells in the peripheral smear are going to be blasts. So that stands out apart in an acute leukemia. So it's blast all the way. Plus, you can see certain blasts containing oil rods, and whenever a blast contains an oil rod, it is a single most important sign that is suggesting of an AML rather than an ALL, which we'll see subsequently in some time. Oil rods always tells you it's AML, not going to be ALL by any chance. Clear? So then you can do some other investigations like peripheral smear flow cytometry or immunohistochemistry, both of which we are going to identify the CD markers, which it's going to tell that it's a like a myeloid or a lymphoid lineage, and it can tell you a specific type of AML as well. For example, there are certain immunophenotypes that you can tell in flow cytometry. For example, what will be the features of myeloid lineage and what are going to be the features of the lymphoid lineage. Typically, there are certain markers which I will tell you, but before that, in the myeloid itself, you have a lot of other types like monocytic differentiation, erythrocytic differentiation, megakaryocytic differentiation. All these things are going to come from a common myeloid progenitor cell only, which you'll see in the acute myeloid leukemia, which you have already seen in the previous topic in the basics of hematology. Now let us see what is the CD marker of a precursor cell. It's going to be CD34, it's going to be CD45, and they can be TDT positive and HLA-DR positive also. These are going to be the precursor cell markers. And there are certain markers of a proper myeloid lineage. This is nothing but CD13 and 33. These two I feel they are very, very important. Next important is the CD117. Then you have something called a CD15, and probably you can have something called the cytoplasmic myeloperoxidase. That's called CMPO. This is also very important myeloid lineage marker. And then you have a monocytic differentiation. You have CD11B, CD11C. I feel this 11C is the most important for monocytes. CD11B, 11C, and CD14, CD64, and CD15 in presence of lysozyme also. All these things. But as far as I know, the CD11C is going to be the most important for your exams for monocytic differentiation. Then in the myeloid lineage itself, you have something called erythroid differentiation. Erythroid differentiation typically has the CD71 and CD235A. The CD235A is also referred to as something called glycophorin A. These are very, very important markers of erythroid lineage differentiation. Then you have megakaryocytic differentiation. Megakaryocytic differentiation typically shows two markers, that is CD41 and CD61. This will be positive if it's a megakaryocytic blast. Clear? So these are really, really, really important for understanding, because this is the one that's going to tell you, like everything in the future. So lymphoid, markers, if it's a B neoplasm, B based acute lymphoblastic, B cell based acute lymphoblastic leukemia, it's going to have CD19 universal markers, CD20 and CD10 positive. Remember, CD10 is one thing that is universally positive in all ALLs. That's why initially it was called as, but later on we found out it was seen in many other cells as well, but it is seen in many, many ALL cells. This is what we refer to as common ALL antigen, CALA. So we know that already. In fact, this CALA is a very important marker, because whenever you have a CALA positive ALL, that indicates a good prognosis also. If you have a CALA negative ALL, it's going to have a I mean, not good prognosis. That's you can't tell poor also, but it's not a good prognostic ALL. The CD10 is a very important thing, even for prognostication, which I am going to tell in the ALL again, once again. So then they might have this other B lymphoid markers like CD22, cytoplasmic CD79A, all these things are possible because these are blasts, not the mature lymphocyte. So blast means it's going to be precursor cell, which is going to happen in the bone marrow. Second, you have something called T lymphoid markers. You know what are the T lymphoid markers? You have T cell ALLs also that you have to identify using these markers. Like for example, it's CD3, CD5, CD7, CD2, CD1A, CD4, CD8. You know, all these things are going to be T lymphoid markers. In that, the most important, the CD3, which is a pan T cell marker. Then you have natural killer markers. Two things, that is CD16 and CD56, out of which I told you multiple times the CD56 is the one that's going to be most important. Natural killer cell marker. CD16 are natural killers. We know the mnemonic already. So these are the flow cytometric and immunohistochemistry findings that you're going to see, which are really, really important for understanding. I mean, which lineage of cells you're dealing with and what's the differentiation and subtyping the AML. These things are really important, paramount importance. Clear?